What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a small upgrade on my son's Glock 44 chambered in 22 long rifle. The first thing we'll be doing is installing the mag release button here, and it's extended as well. It's from Hyve Technology, and we are installing a back plate that goes on the back of the slide. So want to go over the tools. We are using a small flathead. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, small flathead here. I'm not really sure what number this one is. Matter of fact, this is the number. And we are using a pair of regular needle nose and a flashlight by Olight. This is the Warrior Mini. Anyway, so let's go over the safeties of the firearm before we proceed. So the first thing we'll do is make sure that the gun has no live rounds in it, the magazine is empty, and there's no live rounds around your workspace. So let's go ahead and take the magazine out, set it aside. Alright, so we're good. Double check it just to make sure nothing in the chamber. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this light off so we're not bumping into it. I'm gonna set it right here. And okay, so on breaking this down, because we're going to have to get inside here to change this button out and to change this back plate out. So the first thing you want to do is point the gun in a safe direction and pull the trigger, and then pretty much grip the firearm just like so here and slightly pull back. Now there's this tab that runs all the way across the other side here, and you want to use your thumb and your pointing finger here and pull down, and then release the slide, and then you should be at this stage now. So this should just come right off. That's so. Now we're getting into this frame here. I'm going to set this to the side here, and inside here, pop it up on camera here, there is a little rod down right at the bottom here. Let me see if I can shine like this way. It's too bright. Alright, see there's a pin right, there she is, pin right there. So basically you want to pop that pin out that way. So my finger's pointing that way. There's indentions that the pin needs to fall into. See them indentions right there. Alright, so basically I'm going to show you on this here, because so it's pretty much like this. The pin is right here holding this in place. We have to pop the pin out and it'll sit right here. The pin, when you pop it out, it'll sit right here. So basically we need to push it this way, like that way, but this way, and then it'll set right here so we can go in and grab it with the needle nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So basically you just put flathead right in there, and then you push forward. You should hear a click. If I got that or not, you can see it. Alright, see it right there. So it pins out. So what you can do is go in and grab it, the needle nose, and just pull straight up, just like that. And that's the pin. So now this here should slide right on out of there this way, just like so. Now basically the same way the old one came out, the new one's got to go back in. So it just slides right in. Gotta get it lined across here, just like so. Then you just hold it. You want to hold it with this finger here, and then you want to drop that pin back inside. Let's get this pin lined up on these needle nose. So basically you want to make sure you get a good grip with the needle nose, and then you want to, there's a hole right down there, and it looks like a Y. You're gonna go right down the middle of that Y, and then you want to kind of push until you feel like it may be sitting in there, and then take the tip of these needle nose and set it right on top of the pin and just push until it literally stops. So like right now it stopped. So now you want to take this flathead here and go right back into that groove, and it should snap right in. It drops. It literally drops right back in the hole. So now we have, now we can test this right now. The magazine is empty. Kind of doing this upside down, and alright, so that is complete. Very simple. Like I said, it's not that hard at all. Not that hard at all, but it's really nice. Really, really nice. Alright, so we're done with this. So what I'm going to do is put this to the side. And now we're to the slide. So the slide, what you want to do is you want to take off the spring, because you don't want that to be flying or being in your way. And take the barrel out, because that tends to start moving on you as well. Set it to the side. Now, try to point it out here, but right underneath this pin here, there is a plastic bushing right here. And what you want to do is you want to pry, or you want to kind of pry but push downward. Usually I'm kind of holding this against my chest and doing it, but you may have to put it on something. But basically you want to push down and then push this back plate forward like the way I'm moving it, and then you want to make sure that you keep your thumb over, then release the pressure off of this. Keep your thumb, because there is a spring right here and it's ready to launch if your thumb is not there. Let's get your new one out. Now, see, there's the old one. Whoops. There's the old one, and here's the new one. Alright, so now the way this works is you want to get it started. So basically you want to get it, there's grooves. So there's grooves on each side of this plate here, all the way around. You want to go and get it started like so. Push down on the first one, and then take the flathead and push down on that second spring. Just second spring right here. So spring here and spring here. So this is second spring. You want to go ahead and push down. Start sliding that plate on. You have to move it. Might take a little bit of, there you go. And then we want to push until you hear a snap. Boom. And that's it. You want to go ahead and drop the barrel back in. And remember, this branding or the engravement, or you want to call it information, it's always at the top. This is the top. So when you put it in, it's going to be facing down. So you want to insert the barrel, just like so, till it drops in, and then push it until it stops. Now, on this barrel here, we have two indentions. We have the top one, and we have the lower one. The lower one is where you want the spring to set into, this lip here. So when you insert this spring here, you want to make sure that kind of push, and then it's going to set off right in that groove like it's supposed to. So now take the lower, there's rails here, rails here, so rail there, rail there. So you got the two front ones, two back ones, and let's get a little, there you go, detail view there. These are rails here, and then there's a groove right here and a groove right there. So when you slide this on, you want to make sure that the rails go into the grooves of the upper, and you just work it back and just pull until, and you pull all the way to the back, and let go, and go ahead and dry fire it. Simple as that. And there you go. Now, as performance wise, this back plate does not do anything. This is more for style, or if you want to ID your firearm, this is a great way. But other than that, the more important of this video to me is the mag release button. That's usually the first thing I change out on a Glock, because the Hyve technology has a little bit more extended on it. I get a positive push on it compared to the factory. The factory button here is really flat, and it's really flat against the lower as well. Just get a very, very positive push on these Hyve technologies. I mean, look how much you have just sticking out there. Yeah, but just get a better push on it. So, well, guys, thank you once again for tuning in. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like the video, share, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Throw this back on there. Boom. Simple as that. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please stay tuned for new ones to come. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. All right. Go ahead.
Take your time.